Vince McMahon back in WWE. The former Sasha Banks makes her New Japan debut. And the WWE interested in more Bullet Club members? This and more on a brand new episode of A Shot of Brew. What up, party people? It's your bro, Yellaboi, and I'm back for the new year, 2023, and we're here with a brand new Shot of Brew. This is where you get a shot of news in the wrestling world from the previous week, and do we have some news for you? Woo! The first 7 days have been newsworthy. But before we get going, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and click the notification bell so that you know when the bros are posting new content for the people. You people. So, without further ado, let's get to the news. So let's just start with the biggest story of the week. So Vince McMahon is back on the board of directors at WWE. So let's go back with what we know. Back in June of 2022, the original Wall Street Journal report about the sexual misconduct allegations surfaced. It was soon after that same month, that Vince McMahon stepped down as CEO and chairman, electing Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan as co-chair. So in July, that's when Vince McMahon shockingly retired from WWE. However, he still held on to his majority voting power within the company. Now, in December of 2022, the Wall Street Journal had reported that Vince McMahon was telling people close to him that he was hoping to return. Now, McMahon also reported that he had received bad advice in handling the initial investigation and how he handled removing himself from the company, which prompted him to want to come back. Now, on the 5th day of this new year, after a press release, the Wall Street Journal put out an article stating that Vince McMahon was looking to return ahead of media rights negotiations for WWE. Furthermore, McMahon essentially held his company hostage, as he stated that he would not approve any TV rights deals if he was not placed back on the board of directors. Now, on Friday, January 6th, it was announced that indeed Vince McMahon returned to the company as part of the board of directors. In addition to Vince McMahon, he also brought along former co-presidents and directors Michelle Wilson and George Barrios to the board, which caused 3 current directors to vacate their positions. And if you remember from last year, Michelle Wilson and George Barrios were the 2 on the board who were fired after they had some differences in opinions with the talent hoarding and how the network was being operated. So he brought those folks back, which prompted again 3 other folks who were currently on the board of directors to remove themselves and vacate their positions. Now, McMahon rejoined the board in order to facilitate a potential sale process in the company. Now, while Vince is back, it has been reported that this will not affect the current leadership in the company as it is, and it does not appear that Vince will be participating in creative as he previously has. A meeting was held on the 6th of January before the SmackDown taping for employees, not the talent, that stressed the day-to-day will not be changing and talked about the possibility of a sale and media rights deal. Now, on January 7th, it was reported by sources that JP Morgan was hired to advise on the sale. Now, while most minds about the sale go towards media giants like Disney, NBC Universal, or Fox, there's a rumor that Saudi Arabia's public investment fund could bid on the potential sale. Now, while this is not all the information regarding the situation, but just a snippet so that we can catch y'all up, the bros will keep you posted on any major advancements of this story. Now, major credit for this story goes to CBS Sports, Wrestling News, Fightful, and Brandon Thurston of WrestleNomics for all the aggregation of this story. But moving on, as if this previous story wasn't big enough to start off the new year, Mercedes Varnado formerly known as Sasha Banks in WWE, made her debut at New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom 17 on this past Wednesday. Now, if you will, cast your minds back all the way to May 2022, before all that McMahon stuff that I just talked about, and remember that Vernado and her then tag team partner and co-champ, Trinity Fatu, formerly known as Naomi, walked out of the company due to creative differences in WWE. And while both have not been seen in a wrestling capacity since, both have been actively involved in other projects since their departure. Now, for Vernado, it was reported that she was not taking any wrestling related bookings until January 2023. And then it was reported along with that rumors started to begin about the possibility of Vernado showing up in New Japan because of the bookings and how it kind of went along with the date of Wrestle Kingdom. This past Wednesday, Mercedes confirmed the rumors after showing up in the match, or after the match, between Tam Nakano and Kairi, formerly known as Kairi Sane. Now, it was the latter who is the current IWGP Women's Champion and who Vernado confronted. So now it's going to become a match between Vernado, who now goes by the name Mercedes Moné, and Kairi. Now, this match is going to be taking place on February the 18th at New Japan's Battle Valley event in San Jose, California. There's also been rumors that Moné, formerly known as Sasha Banks, will somehow still be involved with the upcoming women's tag match in AEW, as previously Saraya had a mystery partner. Those speculating thought that it was going to be Sasha Banks. However, on this previous week of AEW television, Saraya selected Toni Storm in a weird kind of backstage promo alongside of Hikaru Shida. So we're gonna see, maybe something will happen. Maybe Mercedes Moné will appear on AEW, but there has been no confirmations on any deals between Moné and AEW. So we're just gonna have to continue to watch and see what happens in the upcoming weeks. But we do know that match between Moné and Kairi is happening on February the 18th. Now, moving along with deals in wrestling, Fightful Select reported that this week that WWE expressed interest in New Japan Pro Wrestling performer Hikuleo. Hikuleo is booked in a loser leave town match with Jay White coming up, and it's not clear when his contract is up. Hikuleo, formerly in Bullet Club, the reports also additionally were made that there was WWE interest in another Bullet Club or former Bullet Club member and Hikuleo's brother, Tama Tonga. Now, the interest in Tama, quote, isn't new, reports Fightful.com, as he was offered a contract from WWE 7 years ago. Now, Fightful reported that Tama Tonga's New Japan contract is up in just a matter of weeks, but there has not been any details on what he'll do next and moving forward. So we'll continue to watch, and if anything changes, we of course will let you know. Now, in our final news story, and sticking with former Bullet Club members, the Young Bucks are reportedly up for contract renegotiations at AEW. Now, Fightful Select reported that Matt and Nick Jackson have been in discussions with AEW about new contracts. Now, there are no details or anything regarding this, but the topic has reportedly made its way through the locker room, and there is a little bit of confusion on their current contract lengths, as previously Dave Meltzer and the Wrestling Observer reported that they penned the contract for 5 years back in 2019. However, on an episode of Being the Elite, the Bucks themselves described it as a 4-year deal. Nonetheless, Fightful.com reached out to officials within AEW for more details, but have not heard anything back in return. So in my opinion, if you want my opinion, in my opinion, it should be a lot for the Bucks to re-sign a long-term contract with AEW. This should be a sure thing. However, around this time last year, folks, including myself, said the same thing about one Cody Rhodes. And with Cody Rhodes, we see what happened with him after his contract was up at the same time last year. But two different situations, three different people. So who knows? Again, when we know, you know. But as with everything, like I said, stay tuned to this channel and stay tuned to the IG page for any updates on this and other stories. And that, my good friends, was the news. Now, as always, we want to thank you for watching this in this brand new year of 2023. Make sure that you're checking in the description for the Linktree link to find all of our social media pages. So instead of me doing all that with the bottom, where it pops up at the bottom, check in the description. We will have a link tree to connect you to all of the social media pages that we have. Also, make sure that you're commenting on the videos that we produce in order to fulfill the algorithm and make sure that we're reaching out to more folks and give you more content. Also, I am proud to announce and want to share with you, the people, that for 2023, we're going to be offering merch. We'll have that lovely logo that you see in the background back here. If you would like to have a Bros, Brews, and Botches shirt or hoodie or sweatshirt, then we will be providing merchandise for you guys. Just go to the link that's in the link tree and click on merch. And our good friends at Elevated Creations have been so gracious enough to offer you guys merchandise. And just know that we'll be, hopefully soon or later, we'll be making more merchandise. But at this moment, we just offer shirts and hoodies and sweatshirts. But they've been gracious enough to put that on their page and offer it to you, the people, in order to, spread the good word of Bros, Brews, and Botches. Now, make sure you're checking that link below. But understand, we are also fighting our way to 1K subs. So make sure, if you're not subscribed right now, you guys, to subscribe and go tell people about it. Share the good word, again, of Bros, Brews, and Botches, so that we can make our way to 1,000 subscribers. And then we'll have another go past that. Whew, that was a lot, but it's a new year, same grind. So this is the end of the video. Once again, thank you. I have been Yellaboi. This has been Bros, Brews, and Botches with a shot of brew. And as always, we love you. And until next time, we out.